off the video by doing a lash bath. As you can see, I have another video showing an in-depth tutorial of everything I do for my lash bath, but you want to do this so you can get a clean base. Now I'm going in with the first tape. So with this tape, you want to do it in a V shape. So you want to tape the outer corners first, and then you'll see me going in with the second tape in the inner corners. When you're doing this, you want to make sure you're not poking them in their eye or anything. And it may take a few tries. For me, it took a few tries before I can get the hang of this. I'm pulling up her eyelid, the top lid, just to get those lashes from the top away from the bottom, because sometimes they like to go into the bottom as well. And then they place a third piece of tape, in the middle, as you can see there. So I have one on the outer corner, one piece of tape on the inner corner, and then one right in the middle. You don't have to put the one in the middle if you don't want. You can use 2 pieces of tape and that'll be fine. I placed the one in the middle just to catch any leftover bottom lashes that are still poking out. Okay, so I'm getting 2 pieces of tape, and there's different methods you can use to do to lift the lashes so that you can see them better. This one, I'm just placing one on the inner corner and lifting, but I'm not lifting too much where her eyes are open. You don't want her eyes to be open because the fumes will burn her eyes. I'm just lifting it a little bit just to get the lashes from sticking to the tape. I don't know, I feel like I work faster when I do this, and I don't get as many stickies on the tape when I do this as well. So I'm also adjusting the outer corner tape. Sometimes that tends to poke them in the eye a little bit, so you can always move and adjust that down. And I make sure to ask her if she has any poking or irritation in her eye before I get started. Right now I'm mapping the lash lengths that I want to do. So I do this on both eyes just so they're even. This is great for beginners if you can't really freestyle, and it helps to make sure that both eyes are even. But yeah, that's pretty much how I do the tape up method. There's different methods, like I say. There's one where you can put the tape like right across the eyelid and pull it to the outer corner just to get that inner corner from being so stuck down in there. But I could do that in another video as well. This is just my regular I don't know, every session tape up method. And in this video I kind of included some bits and pieces of me lashing, so that's what you'll see here. I'm doing a classic set. I did all kinds of lengths. As y'all can see on the map, I have 13, 17, 16s, 15, 13s again, like it's all over the place. But I wanted a wispy classic eyelash look, so that's what I did there. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully I explained well in this video, and everything makes sense. Okay, so after I'm done lashing, I carefully remove the tape, as you can see. You don't want to pull on their eyebrows too much because some people have a sensitive eye area. So you want to be gentle in lifting that. If it's hard to lift and the tape is really sticking, you can use alcohol on a little pad, or even water, just to get the adhesive to be a little less tacky. For the bottom lashes, you want to make sure there's no stickies. So you want to make sure, stickies are basically, I call those stickies, that's when the lash extension on the top kind of sticks to whatever little bottom lash extension or bottom lash is sticking out on the bottom. But if you tape pretty well, you shouldn't have that problem. Sometimes you will have where the lash at the top will stick to the tape on the bottom. That's pretty normal, but that's the reason why I do that little tape lift method, so that way it won't stick too much. But you want to make sure that you don't have anything sticking before you remove that tape, because if you do, it'll pull on their eye and their lash and it'll hurt. So make sure you're careful during this process. You want to make, like if you've ever had your lashes done before, you'll know that your eyes is a sensitive area, and any little thing, any little movement kind of makes you jump, or it's a sensitive part. So just be careful when removing the tape. I used to remove the tape on the bottom lash extremely slow, as you can see here. I was like probably 3 or 4 months in with lashing here. I've had one of my clients tell me that if you just rip it off with a little bit more pace, not too fast but not too slow, it feels better. So I took her advice, and in later videos y'all will see how I lash. This is one of my newer videos, but this is the final product. Like I said, I wanted something wispy, like, so it has short lashes, long lashes, all kinds of lashes in there. And I'm using a humidifier. I think that's what they're called. No, it's called a nano mist. I'm using the nano mist here, which you can get from Amazon, and I'm setting the lashes. It has distilled water and primer in there, or lash sealant, so that's what I have, and that's from VI's. I have everything in the description box for y'all, but that's the final product. This is her first time getting lash extensions. She didn't want anything too much, so I lashed about 75 to 80% of her lashes here. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it was informative. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Say we in the wheel, it going fast, call that shit need for speed.